Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to build a simple but really powerful map to help you navigate your financial future. And trust me, it all starts right here, with you.
So before we jump in, just take a second. Ask yourself, what does financial freedom actually mean to you? Is it, being able to quit your job and just travel the world? Or maybe it's something simpler, just that feeling of security, of not having to worry. There's no right answer here, but knowing your why, well, that's going to be your fuel for this entire journey.
All right, ready to do this? Here's our game plan. First, we'll lock in our destination, what financial freedom is. Then we'll build a foundation, get that engine running. We'll also take a look at the common traps you've got to watch out for, and we'll wrap it all up with the exact first steps you can take, like today.
Okay, let's start with our destination. Because, when you understand why you're putting money away, it stops feeling like a chore. It becomes a choice. And that choice is probably the most powerful motivator you've got.
So what is this thing, financial independence? Look, it's not about being crazy rich or having a fleet of fancy cars. It's really just about freedom. The freedom to make choices about your life and your time, without money being the thing that calls all the shots. It's about you owning your life, not the other way around.
And when you get there, the rewards are, well, they're very real. We're talking about real peace of mind. Did you know that financial stress is one of the biggest causes of health problems? So this isn't just about your bank account. It's about your well-being. It's having the flexibility to maybe switch careers or start a business or just live a life that feels right to you.
So, we've got our why. Now let's get into the how. Every big journey has to start on solid ground, right? In the world of finance, that solid ground is your safety net. Think of it like a financial cushion, and it's what's going to protect everything else you're trying to build. Your safety net is basically your personal financial shield. When life throws a curveball, and it will, a car repair, a surprise medical bill, this fund is what stands between you and having to rack up a bunch of high-interest debt. It's your buffer, and it is absolutely crucial.
So how big does this shield need to be? The general rule of thumb is to have enough cash saved up to cover all of your essential living expenses for about 3 to 6 months. We're talking the big stuff, your rent or mortgage, utilities, food, gas, anything you absolutely have to pay for. And the best place for it is usually a high-yield savings account, where it's safe and easy to get to, but still earning a little bit of interest.
And here's why it matters so much. With a safety net, an emergency is basically just an inconvenience. You pay for it with cash, you move on. Without one, that same emergency can kick off a whole spiral of stress and debt that can take years to get out of. The difference is night and day. It's truly life-changing.
Okay, with that safety net built, your defense is solid. Now it's time to go on offense. It's time to build the engine that's actually going to power this whole journey to financial freedom.
And it all kicks off with this really simple but powerful shift in how you think. Instead of saving whatever's left over at the end of the month, you flip the script. You treat saving like your most important bill. You pay yourself first. I'm telling you, this one habit is the key that unlocks everything else.
Now just look at this. This is the magic of compound interest in action. Someone who starts saving at 30 ends up with more than double what someone who starts just 10 years later at 40 does. That's not a trick, it's just math. There's even a little mental shortcut for this called the rule of 72. You just divide 72 by your expected return rate, and that'll tell you roughly how many years it'll take for your money to double. Pretty cool, right?
So what's the big takeaway here? Your most powerful asset, the best tool you have, isn't some secret stock tip. It's time. The earlier you start, the harder your money works for you, doing all the heavy lifting. So please, don't wait for the perfect moment or for a bigger paycheck. Start now, even if it's small. It is without a doubt the single best investment you will ever make.
Okay, so you've got your foundation, you've got your engine warming up, you are ready to hit the road. But just a heads up, this road to financial freedom, it has some potholes. So let's talk about the most common traps so you can see them coming and just cruise right around them.
I like to call these the 4 horsemen of the financial apocalypse. Seriously, not having a budget, that's like trying to drive across the country with no map and no GPS. Living beyond your means is like flooring the gas with the emergency brake on. And that high-interest debt? It's compound interest working in reverse, actively fighting against everything you're trying to build.
So why do we fall for these traps, especially that impulse spending one? A lot of it comes down to a little psychological quirk called opportunity cost neglect. Basically, our brains get laser focused on the shiny thing right in front of us, and we completely forget to think about what else that money could be doing. Like, I don't know, funding our retirement or getting us closer to our why. It's a total blind spot. So next time you feel that impulse buy coming on, just stop and ask yourself, what am I giving up to get this? What's the opportunity cost?
So, how do we actually put all this into practice? We've talked about the why, the what, and the what not to do. Now for the most important piece of the puzzle, the how. Here's a super simple 3-step plan to get you started today. And I promise, it is way easier than you think.
And look, this isn't about being restrictive. It's about being intentional. First, just track your spending. For 1 month, you have to know where your money is going before you can tell it where to go. Second, give your money a job by setting clear, exciting goals. And third, and this is the most powerful one, automate everything. Set up those automatic transfers for the day you get paid. It is the single easiest way to build wealth because it just happens. No willpower required.
By taking these small, simple steps, you're doing so much more than just saving a few bucks. You are actively, intentionally buying your future freedom, one decision at a time. The map is officially in your hands. So, the only question left is, where do you want to go first?